Welcome to me quitting jobs, or welcome back to me quitting jobs. So today I'm about to be telling the story time about the time that I quit American Eagle. Yes, I worked at American Eagle. I worked many places, but okay, yeah. But just like all my other But just like all my other jobs, this one was tragic. So let's get into it. So this job, this occasion, this tragic event in my life took place in 2017. 2017. I had just moved to Houston, Texas for college. Prairie View, that experience was trash. I already made a slight video about it with having a stalker and living in a hotel and stuff like that. Yes. So also, Houston just flooded. Now I'm going to college to live in a hotel. So yeah, so Houston just flooded. Now I'm going to college to live in a hotel for half a year. So I'm looking for a job, kind of because, I don't know, kind of because I need one, kind of because I want one. Like, it wasn't nothing like I needed, because I already paid my car note. Me being a responsible teenager, I already like got my car and then paid my car note up ahead a little bit, but I still needed like a job, a little like something, right? So I went to this outlet mall and was looking for jobs, stuff like that. I found American Eagle. Like, I found a couple different places, but found American Eagle. Went there, filled out the application, and I believe my first day of work was like October 20-something for my first day of work, right? Things were going well, things were going decent. I told the manager, like, oh, she was like, what kind of hours are you looking for? I was like, oh, well, like, because I just came off like a full-time job. So like, obviously I'm in college, first time ever. So I was like, oh, like part-time, maybe like 10, 15, possibly 20. You know, I do it all. But like up to 20 hours, you know, like max 20 hours. She's like, right, like max 20 hours. She was like, so we're gonna start you out light and then we'll kind of like get into it and then like add up your hours, whatever. So now I'm thinking like light will be like 10 hours. I get my schedule. She has me on there for like 3 hours the first week. 3 hours the first week. 3 hours the whole week, the first week, the entire week. 3 hours the first week. So look, so if this is like where I'm staying at this hotel, this is like the outlet mall, like my job, and then over here is like my school, right? So I would have to go from like school, like and I already told her that. I already told her like, yo, my school's over here, I live over here, and then like the job is right here or whatever. It's in the middle. So it seems like, oh, on your way back from school, you would go to work and then you would go home. No, this woman already told her that, but she ended up putting my schedule to where like I would have to go home, aka this hotel, and then come back. Mind you, like the school and where I was staying at this hotel was an hour apart, so like the job was 30 minutes apart. Mind you, fresh off the heels of Hurricane Harvey, gas, impossible to find gas, period. Like there's literally signs where it was like, oh, like we're rationing out gas. Like you can only get this much gas per person. And like some gas stations didn't have gas. The gas stations that did have gas were like literally like $4 a gallon, something crazy like that. And the amount of gas that it took to fill up. Anyways, you get the point. Kind of like now with like this whole like quarantine situation and things where it's like they're like not really now, but like a couple months ago they were rationing out things like you can only get 1 hand sanitizer, 2 ounce. Everybody's fighting over tissue. That's how it was with the gas. That's how it was with gas in the city after this hurricane. So I'm just setting up the scene. So like gas is scarce, and when you find gas, it's expensive. So for me to use like a little over 2 gallons of gas just to go and come from work, that was like $10 of transportation, $10 worth of gas just in transportation. So like to only get 3 hours, and then I think I was making like $10 an hour. So it's like, I just made $20. I literally just made I just made $20. Like that's really what it was for the week, for the week. Mind you, my previous job, this truck wash job that I quit, I already made a video about that. It was tragic also. But like I was 17 getting $600 checks like a week. So to go from like that to like $20, like you're blowing my mind. You're blowing me right now. Blowing my mind. Anyway, so like that was irritating, but she said the hours were gonna go up. So I'm like, okay, great. Like next week I'll have 10. So like the next week I see the schedule and I have 5 hours. 5. And I went and I talked to her. She was, first of all, she was already like, the manager was already like, I don't want to say like crazy, but like psychotic. Like, I don't know what was wrong with her because like everything was going good. Like everybody was nice to each other. Like all the girlies were like nice. Honestly, she was just crazy. So like just setting up the scene, I'm getting no hours, literally no hours. I'm spending more in gas than I'm making. My manager is psychotic and gas is expensive. Fresh off the heels of a hurricane and I live in a hotel. Just setting up the scene for you. Setting up the scene. Also, I had a stalker. That's another story I already made. It'll be in the link in the description or something like that. Like, watch it. Go do that. But, but I'm to the point where I'm making no money. And then this woman has the audacity. My manager has the audacity to tell me, like, you can't wear other store brands, other clothing brands, like, while you're here, like, while you're working here. And I'm like, okay, so like, what am I supposed to wear? Because there was no uniform. It was just kind of like a casual, like dress casual, like situation, right? With like jeans or like khakis. She was like, oh, if you don't have anything to wear, you just need to buy like our clothing, like just wear American Eagle. And I said, ma'am, buy American Eagle with what check? The $30 one? Because I can't even afford a pair of jeans. I can't even afford a pair of jeans with $30. Do you want me to buy a hoodie with my $50 check? Because that's all I would be able to get. Like, imagine, I just came from a job where I would make like roughly, I don't know, over $100 a day. So to go from that to making like $80 and a half a month, $80 and half a month, like, am I a joke to you? Am I a joke? Like, do I have joke written on my forehead? Am I a clown? Like, I just couldn't. Anyway, so about a week or two later, I believe it was almost about 2 weeks later, like Black Friday was approaching, and I saw on the schedule I had probably 8 or 9 hours, and I was like, this is amazing. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like this is my vibe, whatever. To make it like worth my time. But it was on Black Friday. So it's Thanksgiving break. Mind you, in college, Thanksgiving break, everybody's gone back home. Everybody's departed the scene, going back to where they were from, going to see their family, stuff like that. But no, me being me, I was like, I'll work, I'll do whatever, I'll come to work, whatever. On like Thanksgiving, I literally think it was Thanksgiving, like Thanksgiving Day into Black Friday, I was like, I'll work, whatever, I won't see my family, yada, yada, yada. I'm just gonna try to get this money. Yo, I get off the exit to come to my job. Why is it a line, like slammed? Like the parking lot is slammed. Like there was police cars like conducting traffic just to get here. So I already was like running late and kind of like, but like running late just to get to work. They ran out of parking at the mall. So everybody is like parked in the grass. People are parked in different parking lots. This is really insane. That's about to be me in a minute. Dang, I ain't even got nowhere in the grass to park. Like, there are golf carts taking people to the mall back and forth because of how far people had to park. So, I'm literally parked, like, probably a quarter mile, half a mile, something like that away from my job. And then I'm sitting here, like running into work. I get there's mad people everywhere, mad people in the way. Like, this place is slammed, it's crowded. I have to, like, knock on the door. Like, there's... Like, it looks like that scene from, like, Wizard Waverly Place when there was, like, that sale and then everybody was, like, smashed up against the window. Like,
excuse me. Oh, sorry. It was me. Nice try, Gigi.
That was American Eagle on Black Friday. And I was just, like knocking on the glass door until somebody came and, like, let me in. And there people was, like, trying to stick their arms through. Like, it was ridiculous. So I get in there. And the manager's like, everything's like, you know, everything's about to go down. Like, it's about to be very busy. Like, you have to be on it. And I'm like, got it. Like, I've worked at Taco Cabana. I've worked at these truck washes. I have worked places. So, like, I'm on it. I know how to be on it. I know customer service A1. So I get there. I think my shift is like 7 hours, possibly 8 or something like that. And because it was like that long of a shift, they have it to where like, I think you would get a 15 or like a 10-minute break, a 30, and then a 10, or like a 15, a 30, and a 15 or something like that. Like, I think you would get like 2 or 3 breaks. So I go in there and I'm there for like 30 minutes or so. And then the manager comes up to me. My manager comes up to me and says like, oh, you can go on your break. And I was confused because like, this was my first time working that long of a shift. So like, I didn't even know that there was such thing as breaks. And I was like, oh, I can go on my break. I was like, I just got here. But like, if you still want me to go, I'll go. And she was like, yeah, like go on your break. Like, what does you getting here have to do with like you going on a break? And I was like, okay. She was like being ridiculously mean. So I'm like, okay. So now I go on my break and then I come back. And then literally no joke, like an hour and a half later, she's like, go on your lunch break. And I was like, I said, am I on the schedule for 3 hours or am I on the schedule for like 8? Cause I thought it was like 8. And she was like, why would you be working 3? And I said, well, cause you're telling me to go on like a lunch break. You're telling me to go on this break and like, I've only been here for like an hour and a half. Like, why would I go on a lunch break? Like, I kind of just ate before I got here. So like, if I have like 6 hours left, 6.5 hours left, why would I go on like 2 breaks within 2 hours? And then she literally looked at me. This woman looked at me like, it's not fun. She literally looked at me like so disgusted, like, and then had her little like notepad thing, whatever. And I was like,
if you just think you know everything, go when you want. Go on a break when you want to go on the break. If you just think you know everything, then do what you want. Do what you want. Since you know everything, go on the break when you feel like it. When you feel like it, you can go on the break. Since you know everything.
yo, when I tell y'all I was genuinely confused, I was like, because I'm the nicest person in the world. I don't know if she's just like, I know she's like psychotic, but like, I don't know if she's just one of those people that like hate being corrected. But I was like, I wasn't even correcting. I was just like asking a question like, why would you send someone on 2 breaks within 2 hours if they have 6 hours left of a shift? So that's what I was like, anyways, you get the point. She's tripping, right? So I go on my break. I'm honestly about to quit. I'm gonna call my mom just to get a second opinion on this and to evaluate the situation because I just left. And I think I made like a Snapchat or something like that, and I was gonna call my mom and ask my mom like, yo, like, should I quit? Because this woman is yelling at me, like literally yelling at me for no reason. I already can't even afford to work here. Like, I can't afford to dress to work here. I can't afford to get gas to get here. And now you're going to yell at me. So I called my mom and I was like, because I will literally leave now. I will leave now. I will get myself and I will leave now. I will leave now. I will leave now. And my mom was like, no, like, you're already there. Like, just finish the shift. Blah, 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 blah. You know, like mom things, like mom conversations. So I was like, which like made sense. Like, you already spent the gas to get here. So like, you might as well spend the more out, like, cause like you still spend the same amount of gas to get from A to B, regardless of how long you're at B. So like, just stay there. So I stayed. I finished my shift or whatever. And then I left. And as soon as I left, I was like, yep, that's the last time I'm going to be there. That's the last time I'm going to work there. So the following day, I was on the schedule for like, I believe 2 hours. So me knowing I was going to quit, I was just being petty. Just being petty because like, don't scream and yell at me and be ridiculous for no reason. And just like, this woman was being mad extra after she already wasn't giving me hours and just being ridiculous. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to come in 30 minutes late. Here it is. The time has come. Time for me to quit. I'm 30 minutes late. I know she's going to say something. As soon as I come in there, I'm going to be like, I don't even work here no more. So to come in 30 minutes late when you work like a 9-hour shift, just like, oh, they're running late in traffic, like they're stuck in traffic. But to come 30 minutes late when your shift is only 2 hours, I was making a statement. And I didn't call, didn't nothing. I walked in there 30 minutes late and I was looking for another manager, like this other manager that was like really, really nice. I was looking for her or anybody else literally to like kind of like file a complaint / quit situation. And also like everybody was quitting this American Eagle. Everybody was quitting this American Eagle. Like nobody was there for like longer than like 2 weeks, honestly. Like the rotating door, just because like this manager was crazy and just always yelling at people. So I came in there 30 minutes late and went up to the checkout line or whatever, and I asked somebody, I was like, oh, like where's the like manager or whatever. And then they're like, oh, like because we had like the headset thing or whatever, and they're like, oh, like I'll call somebody, whatever. So then of course the manager that I don't want to see comes. The manager that I do not want to see comes. Like I'm here to like complain, like to file a complaint on you, and then here you come. So y'all so look, so the manager comes up to me, the manager that I don't like, she comes up to me and she's like, yes, what do you want? And I said, I'm looking for any other manager except for you. Like literally looked over and was like, any other manager except for you. Is there any other, I'm looking for another manager that is not you.
Any man. I would literally take any man you send my way, because you sent him my way, God. You did that. Not you. Anybody but you. God, let me tell you why he wasn't the one. Let me tell you why he wasn't the one.
And this woman literally was like, oh, like, I swear I'm not exaggerating with like how she was. She literally was like, like it's about me. Like, oh, it's about me. Like, just being ridiculous. Like, this woman was ridiculous. I can't. She was like, oh, so it's about me. You're going to talk about me. Oh, okay. And I was like, have a nice day. And then I found this other manager, and I was so mature for this. I literally sat down with the manager and was like, hey, like, I was just letting you know that I'm like just here to like resign. Like, this is my last day and I'm just coming to pick up my check. That's a whole nother story, a whole nother situation of like picking up a check, because I had to pick up checks. I didn't have direct deposit. So like me even going to work, spending $10 worth of gas to pick up a check was like on my off days. Anyways. So yeah, so I was coming to pick up my check, and I was like, and I just want to let you know that there's a lot of people that are quitting because of this manager. Everybody is quitting because of this manager. I was like, I've been in situations where people have abused their authority and their little bit of power that they have, and I just don't want to be in that situation to where anything gets physical or any other altercations. So I'm just going to remove myself from this situation and this job and let you know that that's why all of these other people are also quitting. Thank you and have a nice day. And she was just like, oh no, thank you for telling me, oh my gosh, like I'm so sorry that this experience wasn't what you wanted. I'm like, no, you're fine. My life is tragic always. I always expect a tragic experience. I just didn't expect this tragic experience. Have a blessed day. And I left. And that is why I quit American Eagle. So, yeah, so to sum it all up, I wouldn't recommend any job I've ever had to anybody, but like American Eagle, just know that if you work there, you kind of already need to have like the clothing, like American Eagle brand. Also, just know you're not really getting hours. Also, they're kind of racist, allegedly. Them and Hollister, allegedly. None of my business, allegedly. Kind of racist, allegedly. So, yeah, so just know what you're getting yourself into. If you go to American Eagle, you're not really going to get paid and you're going to get mistreated, allegedly. So, yeah, to keep up with me when I'm not posting on here, all my social media is at Zachariah DeMilo, and my card page is at DeMilo_E90. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And and yeah, until next time, a $30 check. I can't.